Hey Siri, what's the temp out?
It's 1 degree outside.
All right, it's actually getting warmer. We got a pretty full day today. We got a brand new pusher that we're gonna be testing out. Well, it's technically not a new pusher, but it's upgrades to our existing pusher and a new design that we've never seen before. They provided us with a slip hitch. And what that's supposed to do is that's supposed to add extra weight to the pusher itself, so the pusher floats separately from the machine and just makes it bite a little better. And so we're gonna go out to an abandoned mall, the one that we mowed earlier in the year, and we are going to test it there. Nobody's plowed it, and cars have been driving on it all year long. So I don't know how well this is gonna work, but we're gonna test it out. So let's do that right now. Did you guys hear that buzzing sound? That was weird.
All right, so this bit's the counterweight. That sucker is super heavy too. So the idea with that is that we'll put the weight on the back of the plow, essentially keep the cutting edge down on the ground and still be able to tip it and whatnot. So that counterweight just replaces this piece. So we just gotta pull the bolts, bang those pins out, and replace it. Hopefully it's that easy.
So besides replacing the slip hitch, which is supposed to give the blade more bite, we're also putting all new cutting edges on. And one of the things that we wanted to do was test out the difference that slip hitch made. But if you look right where in front of Sam, all of our lots have been plowed. Then I had an aha moment. I remembered the abandoned mall down the road hasn't been plowed once yet this year. So we're gonna take this out there. I thought it was the ideal testing grounds, but in reality it wasn't. All right guys, let's see what we've got going on. We've got what's called a weighted slip hitch, which I mentioned earlier, but let me just show you exactly what that is. So it's a special plate right here, this bugger. And what that does is that makes the whole pusher stick to the ground more. But here's the dealio. That pusher's on the wrong machine. We haven't really tested that machine out, but we have thoroughly tested out the ASV. And so to make this more about the pusher and less about the machine, we're gonna take the pusher that's currently on the Mustang and we're gonna put it on the ASV, which we're more familiar with, and we're gonna see how it performs. So let's switch a few things around and make that happen right now. Let that stuff warm up before we start jockeying stuff around. So the reason where we're going isn't the ideal testing ground is because it's actually thick, compacted snow, ice layers. It looks like the perfect testing ground, but then once you get into it, you realize there's a lot more to it. All right, we got the pusher switched, the machine's warmed up. Instead of trailering it, we're just gonna drive it.
Rode it.
Rode her down the road.
Rode her down the road.
So let's get going. Sometimes it's just faster to drive to a job site than it is to drive to where the trailers are, because now we have them all secured. Haul the trailer back, load the equipment up, drive to where you're going, unload the equipment, miles an hour, which is pretty good for a skid loader. Just
Right here, I saved a couple of these to show you. These are the old ones, obviously, but look at this one. Look at that. Look at that difference. Look at that.
wow.
Yeah.
That's about 2.5 inches we bore off.
So this was one of the worst ones, and it was like it wasn't even making contact with the ground hardly. Isn't that crazy? Well, you gotta think that's 3 seasons though. Well, 2 seasons because we had to replace them after the 3rd event this year. But
yep.
that's pretty good.
Yep. I learned for this pusher is detail work, where you've got to have a machine just float and coast right along curbs and get right down. That's where this weighted slip hitch really starts to shine.
So obviously, you know, we're roading, side of the road, flashes on, moving slow, got this fat line of cars passing us. All these people were passing us on a curve though, and that's how you get into an accident. Come on, go around, god dang it.
Well, we got here, and this looks like a really good testing round. A couple cars have been through here. This area has been packed down, but nothing has been snow plowed. So we got a little bit of everything with this one. We got some deep snow, we've got compacted snow, we've got some nasty conditions. I think this will be a good area to test out this weighted slip hitch and see how the new carbide cutting blades do on the Arctic sectional. So let's jump into it. Sound of those tracks. Things roll snow so nice. If you guys don't know why it's important to roll snow, is once you get the snow moving, the momentum of the snow lets you grab more snow and propel forward and push a lot more than you could if you're just banging into a bank. So really what I'm doing here is just shaving the top of it off. I was hoping to bite through, but we've got just layers of ice caked down below.
It's the ice, man. Oh, I've been slipping and sliding, chasing after you all over the place.
Yeah, it's bad.
I should have brought some freaking ice skates. Be getting around probably better than my boots.
What do you think we should do next?
I think we should do this chunk, you know, a little bit up along the building. That looks pretty.
Right through here?
Yeah, because it's
there?
drifting up. It looks like it was drifting a little bit, like over there.
Okay. We'll see if we can cut through it then.
Yeah, I want to see if you can scrape down to the asphalt, yeah, where people haven't been driving all over it, you know.
All right, guys, I'm gonna put you guys down on the blade for a moment. Hopefully we can capture this thing just bouncing. We're gonna be hitting a rough patch. It might be cool to see these things riding up and over. This is really cool. I love how you'll see the different sections, how they operate, and this is the secret to the secret sauce to really scraping. Well, I haven't seen this yet. They just contour. Like on our locks, when we keep up with them, you don't need salt when you're done. It's because of that. Oh, did I mention that these are not my glare blocking glasses? These are my wife's. She took mine and left these behind because they were so nasty. I couldn't even put them on my face. I had to wash them in a sink. I don't know what that woman does sometimes. I mean, this is the least abandoned lot I've ever seen. It's like
I don't think those people are coming to say, hey, there's some sketchy stuff going on there. They hopped out and they're all looking in windows and stuff like that. Huh.
Oh God, that is bad. Oh, blood orange and black raspberries, really bad. It's like the worst kind of medicine. Some people like the taste of medicine though. I'm talking old school medicine from like the 1980s when it actually tasted like a color like pink. It tasted like pink fizzy or something. It was just horrible. They were like, it's bubble gum. It's like, no, it tastes nothing like bubble gum. I want bubble gum. I don't want your medicine. It doesn't taste like bubble gum. You're not fooling me. This tastes like that, but worse. Sheer ice.
Parking lot's the place to be, apparently.
This is where everybody comes hangs out.
Popular hangout. Of course, when we're filming, I never see anybody in here when I'm driving by and all that stuff and trying to film.
I saw some lady walk back behind these buildings.
Well, that's what I said. Yeah, she was all poking around, looking around and stuff.
Let's go look and see.
But I looked in a couple of windows just when I was setting up. Man, the insides of all these are stripped. This is like crackhead's wet dream in here, I bet.
This is what?
Crackhead's wet dream in here. Stripping all the pipes and stuff out here. Like, look at that in there. It's messed up.
Dude, that place is totally jacked. But she
like
came back here. Her little footprints are right here. And it looks like she was peeking in this window.
You can see, you can see where they cut all the pipes off. Cut all the pipes off. Look at the fuse box.
Oh, there's nothing that they're not willing to take out here.
Yeah, they're cutting these for that little bit of that itty bitty little wire in there.
For that wire.
That little itty bitty wire.
Good. How are you?
Pretty good. I just been watching your videos and stuff. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. What's your name?
Breck.
Breck?
Yeah.
You from around here?
Yeah, I just live up 13 a little ways.
Oh, very cool.
Been been watching your stuff for a couple years
You
now.
just see us out hanging in the snow?
Yeah.
Nice.
Trying out a new bucket or what?
Well, we just did some upgrades to the sectional pusher. We put a weighted slip hitch on it.
Oh.
And we figured this was the worst possible spot we could find to test it out.
Yeah.
And that's what we're doing today.
Cool.
Yeah.
I do a small business too, and I've just been watching your videos for
What kind of business?
landscape as well, hardscape with my older brother.
Oh, really?
Been doing that for a while. Oh boys. Oh, boys lawn and snow service. Yep.
Hayden, Connor, and Brett Connor.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it. You want to hop in the ASV and try it?
Nah, we're running out the field looking at some ammo. Why they got a shipment in.
All right.
Thanks for the offer, that's a good one.
You're welcome. Nice to meet ya. All right.
Told you, abandoned parking lot's the place to be.
Abandoned parking. That's weird, meeting fans at an abandoned parking
Yeah,
lot.
right? I was betting that the cops were gonna show up because they always show up when we're filming over in this area, you know? And they didn't. I was surprised. I would have lost that bet.
You would have lost it. The city showed up. The Metro Mobility people showed up. A random dude walked by and talked to us for like 10 minutes. Some lady stopped in a car and you talked to her.
Oh yeah, she was all excited thinking that stuff was gonna be getting built.
Oh.
And then was wondering how to get a hold of the guy or whatever. I was like,
Cool, walk over to Thompson Lighting. I guess that's the guy that owns it. We found that out. Yeah, we found out all sorts of things.
of fun stuff today.
And we got our pushers back, so now we're back in business. We got our regular pushers.
Back to our regular scheduled pushers.
Back to our regular scheduled program.
I got so spoiled with those Arctics.
Yeah.
You don't really appreciate it until you have to use something else.
Yeah, and you were still using an Arctic, but you weren't using the sectional. The black one is an Arctic. It's just a regular pusher.
That sectional, man, it's just...
It is nice. It is nice, but we were here to test the slip hitch. Did she give us extra traction? I would say, because I was having a difficult time biting through because we were getting right down into hitting the ice pretty fast. Yep. So that tells me, although we weren't moving, we were still grabbing and biting a lot and really getting down into it.
Think about how much better that was cutting and fighting with that weight on there, with how icy it was and how packed everything was without that on there. Oof.
Yep.
That'd have been an annoying day.
And with that one, we'll let you go. Have a good one, you guys. God bless. Go get them, and hopefully we'll see you on another one. Hit that like button. That thumbs up goes a long way, and hit that subscribe button. And why not tell your friends?
Tell all your friends.
And we got to do something and invite Whistling Diesel out to one of our sites.
I got some ideas.
This could be interesting. When Sam has ideas, it gets interesting. We'll see what he's got to say on another video. Catch you guys later. Okay, I was driving down the road and this is what I seen. How is a firefighter supposed to get at that? there's no way that a...
Yeah, no, I hear you.
This is ice.
To the top.
That's ice. I don't know who they service, but I don't know if they got to service somebody. They're not doing it with that one, so let's clean it out. There was a house there and a school there, so I wanted to make sure I got this one cleaned out. I think my favorite footage is when it's slightly sped up and then the audio, the machine sounds are kept in place. What do you guys like? Do you like just live action, just standard pace? I don't know, I think that gets boring. But that's just me, but you tell me, because there's some guys that's all they do is just like, oh. Real time is what I call. So do you guys like real time? Do you like sped up with music like this right here? I think that's pretty cool. I think I like where the machine's just slightly sped up and the sounds of the machine are kept in. It's just like hypnotic and mesmerizing to me. I just love that. Just like you get in, just get into the vibe with the equipment. Come a chameleon. You come and go. My wife hates that song. She hates that, like gets mad. I like to just sing that and it drives her nuts. I can't beat my singing because that's pretty good, right? That's our video for today. Hope you guys enjoyed the ride. Whatever you do, just enjoy it, man. You only got so many days, make them all blessed. And I hope they are for you. God bless, go get them, you guys. If you do me a favor, hit the like button. That goes a long way, and I appreciate you guys. Some of you guys are like, I hit the like button before it even started. Dude, I hear that. I feel that. Thank you for that, and thank you for all your wonderful comments. And yes, I have a terrible cold. Oh my God, this thing does not leave me. It's like a leech. Don't buy this. Blood orange and black raspberry. What? That just sounds bad. Blood orange, and it is. God bless. Go get them. We'll see you in the next one.